What's up, everybody? This is Alex Video with Adams Performance, and we're going to talk about dumping the barrel, which is a part of the OnBase U screen. And for our players, we go to games, and so this would be a part of their on-field OnBase U screen. And so why we're looking at this is to ensure and make sure that they don't have any type of physical limitations that might be influencing their on-field performance. So at the top we have Yadier Belina here, an all-star catcher with the Cardinals, and at the bottom we have a young kid. And so for dumping the barrel, what we look for is, as we advance the video forward, we're looking for the top hand not to get outside of the bottom hand as Yadi gets to foot touch. And then for this young person, down in the bottom, and so actually to go back, Yadi does a good job of doing that. The top hand doesn't get outside of the bottom hand as he gets the foot touch. And then so for this young baseball player down here, as he gets the foot touch, his bat, as you can see, and his top hand gets way outside of the bottom hand. And so what we're looking for as a performance staff, we're looking to see if there's any type of physical limitations such as spine dissociation. So the Yadier Belina is strong enough and has enough ability to be able to use his lower body to set up his upper body. And so a kinematic sequence is something that he can achieve. And so for the younger person, he might not be able to be strong enough and doesn't have enough time under his belt to be able to understand the kinematic sequence, which hopefully he will within time. Another thing that we're looking for is front shoulder mobility. So for the younger person, he just simply might not be strong enough through his shoulders, so he uses his whole body to wield or swing the bat. And so Yadier Belina is strong enough to be able to sit in positions that he wants to be able to sit in and achieve them time and time again and be efficient with those positions. Another thing that we look for is leg strength. So he's able to stay within his lower half, and which can help him set up his upper half. And as you can see here, for the young person, his lower half is not in an athletic position. So those are things that we would talk about for this athlete if he were to come into AP. Another thing that we look for is wrist mobility. So Yadi up here is in a good quality position. And we also look at like radial deviation, ulnar deviation. If there's any type of discomfort with that, maybe Yadi time and time again throughout the season, especially since he's a catcher, maybe he gets fisted on a couple of balls, or there's a missed call in which he gets crossed up. Maybe he has a little bit of a wrist discomfort. So throughout the season, that's something that we would look at if we were working with somebody, a catcher, for instance. Another thing is upper body strength. So as we highlighted before, this young person might not have the adequate upper body strength. So he's just doing whatever he can to put his best swing on the ball, which is what you would encourage at a person with that young age. You wouldn't be talking about big time words with somebody at that age. But with Yadier Belina, he understands what he's doing, he's efficient with what he's doing, and he's able to repeat it. And the last thing that we look at is limited scapular mobility. So his back shoulder, or his top hand, and aka his back shoulder, is in external rotation there. So he's loading the scapula, and then from there he's able to use that position and put a quality swing, or be in a quality efficient position to be able to get his swing off. And so for here, the young person down here is in shoulder external rotation, but there isn't as much scapular loading as far as being in a quality position to get his best swing off. And so over time, that's something that as the athlete develops, he'll be able to be more efficient with his mechanics. Therefore, put his best swing out there more often than not. And so that's dumping the barrel. That's some of the things that we look at for our athletes when we go to in-game, when we watch our players perform in-game.